Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the first reaction for the month of Gorror 2023, baby. That's right. This is the month where I watch a bunch of horror stuff and I get spooked out, baby. Ooh, I'm scared. Anyway, so last year, I'm not gonna lie, most of it, my arm's about to fall off. Hold on. Everybody, calm down. I've been fiddling with things here. Hold on, everybody, calm down. Everybody, calm down. I know you're freaking out. Last year I did mostly analog stuff. This year I want to do a variety of stuff. Are you okay, Mike Arm? Are you all right? And when I say a variety of stuff, I mean just a bunch of shorts. I'm going to do a couple movies. I might do some games here and there. I don't normally do that anymore, but maybe I got a couple games I would like to play. But for the most part, it's going to be shorts. It's going to be shorts like I like to do. That's just what I like to do. I like to watch things. That's me. I'm lazy. I'm a sad bastard. Anyway, so let's get to him. We got the lights off for this one. I'm not going to do that for everyone. Shout outs too, because I asked for suggestions yesterday. Shout outs to user, this is a classic name here, user EP5GW6VG5G, baby. Classic name. They asked for cartoon creepypastas. I was like, all right, let me put on a cartoon creepypasta because it was just a kind of generic. And well, this is what popped up. This is The Town with Fake People. Not in it, just they have fake people around it. But anyway, this is a creepypasta, SFM, of course, so cartoon, close enough. And yeah, it interested me. I like the thumbnail. The mouth is creepy. So, and I think SFM already is kind of creepy looking anyway. There's nobody behind me, right? What is this? What's that shiny thing? Anyway, so let's get to it. Let's go. I have a thing here to make my face a little bit more brighter during this. There you go. This is the one thing that's really annoying about doing these reactions with no lighting is that, you know, the lighting, obviously. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's freaking go. You ready? Link in the description. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. Oh, it has narration. Here we go. Oh, okay. Yeah, my face looks. Yeah, there you go. That's good.
I had just left my mother's house after visiting her on her birthday.
Okay.
She lives a state over from me, and while I don't visit as often as I should, I try to make it out there when I do get a chance.
So Nico Bellic?
The drive to my mother's house was fine. Actually, I made pretty good time. Normally a 6-hour trip ended up taking me only 5 hours, and that was a plus.
Problem is all those fake people.
I never really cared much for driving.
It's like a nuclear town?
Sure, some people would argue that
everywhere.
Driving can be cathartic.
No,
Driving
I hate
peacefully
driving.
on an open road.
Scary.
For me, however, I just find driving,
no open roads in New York.
long distances, to be
They don't
monotonous.
exist.
The less time I have to spend on the road, the better.
I agree.
I had left my mother's a little after 4 p.m., and for
Mommy's
the first
boy
hour
over.
or so, I was met with an outrageous amount of congestion.
Ooh.
I think I ended up sitting on the highway without moving for a total of 20 minutes
I thought you were
straight.
talking about.
Then, immediately after,
I
was
shit
met
my
with
pants.
intermittent stops, which turned my monotonous trip into one of agony. The constant drive 2 feet, then brake, was beginning to take a toll on my mind. After about an hour and a half,
Where is this character model from?
my
Oh, that
GPS
Twitch.
came to life, informing me of a severe
Nice little
accident
twitch.
further down the road. Although I wasn't surprised, I was grateful to have something to blame on this bad traffic. As my car crept further down the road, my GPS with her overly chipper voice suggested that I take a detour. At that point, anything was better than sitting in this metaphorical hell. The exit was slowly approaching,
a voiceover for.
and just trying to get to that ramp
the
was
GPS.
torturous. Like having your favorite food placed just
It's
out
a
of your
really
reach.
awkward-looking detour.
Eventually, I made it, and followed a few other cars making a quick exit as well. My GPS began to plot a new route home as I drove along the side road.
Uh-oh.
Around 10 minutes later, I found myself driving alongside farmland for as far as the eye could see.
Yeah, those are some thin tires.
While I was still a little frustrated at sitting in
God
traffic,
damn.
being able to drive consistently with a relaxing view did help calm me down a bit.
Okay.
It wasn't long after passing the third cornfield that I noticed that I was now alone on the road. I knew I had been following some cars when I pulled off the highway.
Where the fuck they go? They ditched me.
There were no vehicles in front of or behind me.
Okay.
Even though that was odd, I put it out of my mind as I drove along.
Now I'm getting a little creeped out, I'm not gonna lie.
A few minutes later, my gas light appeared.
It's quick.
And I sighed as this just seemed to add on to my many driving frustrations. I was pulling up to an
This guy's
intersection
easily
when I saw a
frustrated.
sign for a town to my right. Running out of options, I made my way down the road. When I first pulled into town,
we hope
I
you'll
was surprised at how barren it was. There was a small gas station on the edge of town,
Gas.
a post office nearby,
Post office.
and a few residential
Can't argue
houses
so far.
further down the road.
House. Oh, each
Putting
house
the
is
thought to the
labeled
back
house.
of my mind once again, I pulled into the gas station as the sun was beginning to set. After getting out of my car, I saw that the pump had a "Please pay inside" sign taped to it.
Oh, in scratchy
So with a
font.
huff, I
Oh
walked over
no,
to the gas
that's
station
horror.
itself.
Horror.
When I stepped through the doors, I locked eyes with the man behind the counter. He was an older gentleman with a white beard and a deep blue shirt. I gave him a nod as I walked over to the coolers to grab a water. He didn't return a nod.
Fucking asshole. He's an alien, 100%.
Any movements whatsoever. It was late, I thought. Probably the end of his shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
I walked up
That's
to the
probably
counter
it.
and set my water down and asked him to put 20 on the pump outside. He just stared at me for a moment with a grin that seemed forced. After a full minute of silence, I asked him if he was all right. He simply nodded, pressed a few buttons on the register, then returned to his previously motionless demeanor.
100% aliens.
I asked him how much it was for the water, but the man didn't acknowledge me at all. Feeling too tired to deal with all of this,
Or he doesn't
I just
speak
set
English.
a 20 and a few ones on the counter and headed out to my car. As I was filling up my car, I noticed something even stranger than the gas station clerk.
There was an alien
was a
right
woman.
there. Oh.
Standing in the middle of the street.
She was gorgeous.
I watched her until my tank was topped off.
My heart
wondering
fluttered.
what the hell she was doing.
Hey, what you doing?
After I finished, I walked out into the street, taking care to check for oncoming cars.
Oh, okay.
As I approached her,
Just like mommy
I
told
asked
him.
her if she was doing all right.
Look both ways.
She had the same odd grin as the clerk.
That's creepy. I don't like it.
I gently placed a hand on her shoulder, and she turned to me. I asked her if she knew that she was standing in the street. To which she replied, "Oh yes.
I love
We
street.
are happy here."
We are.
She turned back away from me and continued staring down the road.
Okay, fucking Venom. Jesus.
At this point, I was ready to leave, and not just because my gas tank was full. I got in my car and carefully drove around the woman as she remained motionless.
That's creepy.
As I drove through the town, more and more things stuck out at me. The post office nearby had 4 people standing outside of its doors. Though
They
I
were
have a
close
friend
to
who works at the
T-posing.
post office, and they don't stay open very late at all. So either this was a unique
It was
post
like a
office
GameStop
or
midnight opening.
those people were waiting
For
to
the
get
next
inside
stamps.
a closed building. I began to pass by the houses next. One house had a man raking his front lawn.
There's no
Normal
leaves.
enough. Although there wasn't a single leaf anywhere to be found.
He was
Across the street from him
he was raking the
was
dirt.
a house that had
He
a
hates the
small
dirt.
seesaw in the front yard, with 2 children playing on it.
Okay, normal.
Except they
One
were
of
both
them
sitting on it
Was
evenly,
an adult. Oh, okay.
staring at each other, not going up and down.
That's weird.
I started to pick up my pace as I wanted more.
That
and
kid
more to
looked
get out
cell
of this
shaded.
strange
What was going on
town.
there?
But I soon regretted that decision as flashing
One kid
lights
was cell
filled my
shaded.
rearview mirror. I groaned as I pulled over to the side of the street. I watched through my mirror as the police officer stepped outside of his vehicle with a large grin plastered
Fuck
across
that
his
with
face.
the red eyes too. Did they not blink
He
also?
slowly walked up to my window and stood there.
He kept
I
creeping
had
up,
been pulled over
walking over
before,
like
and
Ric
one
Flair.
thing I learned is you wait for instructions from the officer. After a few minutes came and went, I rolled down the window and asked if there was a problem.
Is there an
With
officer
a
problem?
relatively happy tone, the officer said, "You have the right to remain silent." I
Yeah.
gave him a confused look and asked
Alright.
if I was under arrest.
No, you have the right to remain
To which he
silent.
spoke again. "It's illegal to drive a car, sir."
What?
If I wasn't already so creeped out by the whole town, I would have thought this was actually
Oh my
quite funny.
god, I don't like him.
I told him that I had a license and registration to drive this car.
I don't like it. Now I'm getting creeped out.
He then leaned down and almost stuck his head inside my car window before saying,
Skibidoo,
Have a
babadoo,
nice
wabadoo,
day.
yes. Oh no.
He then stood back up, walked back to his
Origin
car,
of the Skibidi toilet.
then drove away with his lights still flashing.
Okay.
I was at a loss for words. Never in my life had I experienced anything like that before. Taking a moment to compose myself, I looked around and noticed that all the people were now staring at me.
No,
The
you
man
drive really
raking his
fast.
leafless yard. The 2 children. Everyone was staring at my car now.
Wait, isn't this a character model?
I started to drive away when I was stopped by a sight that made me feel very uneasy.
What?
The woman from before.
Oh.
The one that was standing in the middle of the street near the gas station.
Yeah.
Well, she was still in the street.
What? Okay.
But right in front of me now.
Oh.
I had been driving for quite a few minutes, so unless she was a marathon sprinter, there was no way she could have gotten in front of me.
Aliens. 100%.
I slowly crept closer to her. And like before, carefully maneuvered my car around her.
Okay.
I still had my window down.
Have a good day, lady.
Slowly. When I was almost halfway, she turned to me. Her eyes were a dark shade of red.
Oh no.
And she was no longer smiling.
What's wrong? What did I do? Give me a high five.
Deep, gravelly voice that obviously didn't belong to her. She said, "Join us."
Oh, nah, I'm okay.
I have never stomped my foot on the gas pedal.
Nah, I'm okay.
In my life.
You know what? I think I'm gonna go home. Bye.
And I didn't let off until I started to see the cornfields once again.
Oh, is that the end?
After another half hour of driving, I found a road leading back to the highway.
Please tell me it's the end.
Once I was back on the highway,
okay.
A tidal wave of relief washed over me.
Someone's in the car.
I didn't get off the highway until I was finally home.
Oh no, it's gonna be like his mom's gonna be like a drone
when I made
lady.
It home, I couldn't stop
Oh
thinking
no, that's right. He's going regular home.
people.
Never mind.
How they all looked like.
I gave myself a wank and forgot about it completely.
I know this must sound confusing to
and I moved on in my life.
It's just as confusing to me.
Join us.
After I made
Obviously,
it home,
aliens.
I took some time to retrace the route.
Beat it off real quick and
saw that there was no town in that area. I'm not entirely sure who they are.
Faux road.
Or even what they are. But I think next year, I'll just send my mom a card for her birthday.
Or you can just wait in the traffic. His mom's like, "Where's my son?" I heard a noise. It scared me. All right. Well, cool. The strangest security tape I've ever seen. It seems like these are probably good to watch. You know, I'll give the subscribe. All right. Well, there you go. That was definitely creepy and eerie. I will say the part that turned me off a little bit and I thought was goofy was the Join Us. I think the Join Us could have been removed from that story and it would have been much better. Because that just kind of makes me think aliens. And now I'm a little less scared of it. You know? Does that make sense? My hair. I can't really tell my hair looks stupid and it's fucking dark. You know what I mean? Like, join us. I don't know. Am I the only one? Anyway. Still good, though. Anyway, cool. Awesome. Link in the description did creep me out. Not gonna lie. I'm a little creeped out. But, yeah, I like the creepy and eerie ones more so than I like the ones that are just like, you know? You know, like, you know? You know what I mean? So anyway, there you go. That's it. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you. Until next time. I'll see you guys later. And,